on, let's talk about value, the element of art that helps us read light, depth, and drama within an image. Value refers to light and dark. We see and interpret objects as three-dimensional because of the contrast between areas of light and dark. Artists use light in many ways. It defines form, creates depth, and sets the mood of a piece. Value is commonly referred to in terms of black and white and gray tones. However, value is related to light, so those same terms can be used when discussing color. For example, pink, maroon, and crimson are all values of red. Value isn't just black and white. It shows up in every color that you use. If we remove the color from an artwork, reducing it to black, white, and gray, we can still recognize the objects because of the differences in light and dark values that define the forms. We can define the different values in an image and compare them to a grayscale. All colors have a similar scale, ranging from light to dark. Artists use these scales to help them find or establish specific values in their artwork. Breaking down a variety of values in a piece can give you a sense of the value changes. To talk about lighter and darker versions of a color, we use the words tints and shades. Light values are called tints, and dark values are called shades. Tints are made by adding white to a hue, and shades are made by adding black or another dark color. Tints and shades might sound simple, but it's actually one of the most powerful tools an artist has. Value contrast is the difference between these light and dark values. The farther apart the values are on the scale, the greater the contrast. Values that are closer together have the least contrast. Value contrast influences the overall tone and emotional feel of an artwork. Artists can use value to create a focal point or an area of importance in an artwork by emphasizing either light or darker values. High key and low key describe the overall lightness and darkness of an artwork. High key artworks contain very little value contrast. They might have few or no dark shadows and use mostly light values. Low key artworks, on the other hand, can have very striking contrasts with lots of deep, dark tones. Using high or low key value helps create different moods within your work. High key and low key values aren't just technical. They instantly change the emotional tone of a piece. Texture can also affect how we perceive value. Changes in value help us sense different textures by showing how light reacts when it hits a surface, creating highlights and shadows. Atmospheric perspective is an effect that you'll often see in artworks that show deep space, like landscapes or cityscapes. Atmospheric perspective refers to objects appearing lighter in value and hazier the farther they are from the viewer. This gradual shift in value helps the viewer read how the space recedes into the distance. If it's used well, value can add variety, guide focus, and set a mood for your work of art. If you liked this breakdown of the elements of art, hit like and subscribe for more art insights and creative ideas.